Yo, it's your boy Professor Pip is coming back again, trying to drop another video for you guys. Um, Pretty much what I want to do right now with this video is kind of just show the trades I've been taking this week, kind of what my mind frame was, and why I took the trades that I took, and possibly setups for the rest of the week. Starting off with GJ, I had a pretty much break even right here. I had a win over here, and then I had a loss this morning in the New York session. Um, it's been tough to trade GJ, and most of the time I've been telling my community, kind of stay away from GJ simply because, um, it's been in a range. It's been consolidating. If you look from the weekly on down, we are consolidating, and prices just moving back and forth between that range. So, right now, I had a little theory. I saw this little downtrend right here starting last week as price pushed up into that 4 hour order block. I don't know if I caught these sales. No, I might have missed these sales right here, but I saw a price push into that 4 hour order block and it drastically dropped. When I say drastically dropped, I mean it came down and it shifted the structure. So up until this point, price was making higher highs, higher lows, consolidation right up in here, and then it made a new high, pushing to that order block I saw back in over here, and then it dropped and shifted the structure. So from this point on, we're no longer making higher highs and higher lows. We're now making lower lows and potentially lower highs. So as we came into the market this week, I said, okay, well, if this is the lower high, let's go to the 1 hour time frame so we can see a little bit better. If this is the lower high, that this new little downtrend is displaying, if that's accurate, then when I took this buy down here, I like the 15 better just so you can see more candles. Let's go to 30. As we took this buy down here, price should necessarily come up and retest. I trade the Asian. For the most part, most of my videos will be, are dropped or about, trading during the Asian session. So I got in getting active, once I started seeing these bullish candles right over here. I let it run. I had stops below that Asian low. And I woke up sometime during the middle of the night. I got my alarm clock set to, try to potentially catch a setup during the London. And what happened was once I got up and seen price stalling out at that Asian high again, I got out like right up in there before it dropped back down and then continued to go my way. Had I let it play out, potentially, um, price would have smacked TP on that trade. But because it was failing during the London when I woke up and I knew this right here was a downtrend, I went ahead and closed that trade on out. Like I said, thought process was this was retesting that lower high that created the new lower low. If you pull price back, you got high, low, lower high, lower low within the market. So I was trying to take a counter trend trade, retest trade. So that's why I wasn't too confident in that one, especially when I seen the exhausting / stalling out at this Asian high that I got outlined right here. So going into the following day, what I saw was price pushed back into that lower high area. And during the New York session, I was looking right around the London close. I saw this big candle right here pushing to that area and start to wick. I had a sell limit in place. Let me see if I can get it open. I had a sell limit in place already from the Asian session. And I was telling my team, I was like, well, price action is kind of bearish within this consolidation zone. So for the most part, what I see is, if we're gonna catch some bearish moves, I got the notes right up here. If we're gonna catch a bearish move, then price, is gonna push up into that zone and then we're gonna get active. This is the preview of the GJ. I had the sales 156,444. This is it right here. Like I was telling, nothing happening on GJ. I had an AU trade that I called out for them. But yeah, so once price pushed up into that zone, it dropped down, it wicked up. And when I saw it wick, at that London close, I was like, well, I mean, this was one big bullish ass candle. As it started to push up, I was like, oh man, price might not be dropping from that lower high. I might not respect that lower high. But then, I came back to it. It was down 20 pips. I closed about 80% and I let the rest run to TP. And that was pretty much it for that trade. Pretty much simple retest of the lower high setup right there. Back in over here, I saw that when we pushed into that lower high, we did not shift the structure. For me, potentially telling me myself, my psychology, that there wasn't enough bearish orders and that this was the reaction from that zone. Well, what I should have done was wait a little bit longer and see if that zone was going to get manipulated like it did right here. So when I came to the charts during the New York session today, I took this buy because I saw price action still pushing into that zone. and I didn't really see any big bearish momentum type candles coming away from that zone. Everything's respecting that support that it created right here. So as I seen price come down right here and get and was setting up, I said, okay, well, price is respecting that support, so I got a stop loss right under that support. So I'm gonna try to catch it and catch a retest of the highs. Well, I got into the trade, it went into my favor, so I walked away from it. I was trading, you know, while I was away from these charts right here, and by the time I came back, I was smacked. Full stop loss hit on that one. Let me see, about 6 pips, you know. So that was pretty much it for GJ. It's just pretty much 3 trades on GJ. Going over to AU. AU been eating off AU this week. I did just get clapped on this trade. What I saw basically kind of pretty much the same. GJ and AU have been having somewhat of the same type confluences. There was a level right back in over here that I was looking for price action to push into as price continued to go bullish. I had this level right here called out. I called it out to my team. I missed this trade because I was doing a class, but when the New York session came around and I saw we was respecting the highs, I was like, I ain't gonna miss them shorts. I got in them shorts. I got that one called out too. Let's see if this is it right here. No, that's GJ. Yeah, this right here. This is no, that's GJ again. Let's see what my AU shorts are. But yeah, I got the AU shorts in here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. This might be it. No, that's a GJ again. That's a GJ again. We're waiting. Yeah, here go the AU shorts right here that I hopped into. So I missed these buys during the London session or during the New York session. I like to trade AU a little bit more during the New York session. I saw that thing dropping or respecting that high, and when it came down, started breaking some lows, I just hopped in. This trade was mostly basically explicitly off experience. This right here, I knew it was a counter trend trade. So wham, bam, cadoodle. I was targeting back down to this demand zone that pushed us up into the highs. The next trade came through the Asian session. I had my Asian range marked up. And pretty much on this Asian range trade, what I did was let price action open. It created the low, created the high, came back to retest, or what I consider a retest to the low, and it wasn't able to break the 50% mark of this Asian range. So what I simply did was wait for a retest of that high to see if we was gonna get back active. I got in, price pulled back. I thought I was gonna get stopped out. And then that thing just ran on and continued on up to the upside. I took this trade because I knew on the higher time frames we were bullish. You look back all the way over here, we were bullish, and we were at the bottom of this zone. So looking to retest the highs, which it did, and they're going to TP for that one. Last night's Asian trade, for the most part, pretty much the same setup. Wasn't necessarily looking to test the highs, but I had my Asian range marked up, and as soon as price closed above my Asian range there, I got in, which ended up being a fake out, and I was nervous as hell because let me see where we at. So I hopped in on the breakout. Yeah, right here. Took the breakout on AU. As soon as I got in, I put this in the chat, and then that thing started to melt. I was like, oh man, here we go with the fuck nugget tree again. But then what I did was bumped out to the hourly time frame. I put my stops based on the support on the hourly time frame, and then I had my cut 50% level right below that Asian low, and then I let that thing play on out. And then, you know, coming to the London, you know, I woke up, I was 30 pips in profit on the London. So I took partials, and then, you know, by the New York session, the rest of that thing went on ahead and hit TP. On this last trade I had down here, man, this is a heartbreaker because what I did was another experience-based trade. This is the level price action just currently broke. If you blink all that so you can see it a little bit better, we were consolidating pretty much in this area. We broke that level, came back and retest, you know, a little more consolidation than we broke out of that zone. So when I took this trade over here, I looked at it as, okay, we bullish. We came back to retest the zone we just most recently broke, and now we're going back bullish. So as soon as this candle started to close bullish, I got up in that thing, and then as you can see, it pushed up, so I let it run. So then once it started coming back down, I was like, maybe we just retesting, and then the beginning of the Asian session, I just got clapped. 4 stops, 4 fucking stops. It is what it is. I'm gonna get back active here shortly. I just wanted to make this little video right quick because I got another class I'm about to teach here in a couple minutes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much where we at with it just so far this week. DXY acting funny with the money. Let's see. Yeah, when we did the analysis, we had the break. We had this little consolidation range right here outlined. We had the break of the high, which I said could potentially be a fake out. So, and when market open, you see what you got. These are all created on Saturday when I do my pre-market analysis. So for the most part, we consolidating on the DXY. Over on UJ, looking for buys above 115.302. As you can see, nothing really has played out. Higher time frames of bears making lower lows and lower highs. So, you know, if I potentially was watching this more often, potentially could have got active on that lower high right there. But for the most part, overall, nothing. We just looked at GJ and AU. GU is in the range. GU is in the range. Pretty much what I was looking for on GU was price to either liquidate these equal highs and go bearish or liquidate these equal lows and go bullish. Weekly is bearish. The daily is consolidating. The 4 hours consolidating. The 1 hour is extra funky. So pretty much on them GBPs, be careful because there's no real certainty. GJ and GU fucking around in the range. And right now, GJ is more bearish than it is bullish. If we break below 155, 152, I will consider that market to now be turning bearish. With all these, this choppy conditions right here, I expect some type of big news. I got to look at my news and see what's going on for the night, but I would expect some type of news event to break through this. With the things that are going on overseas, you know, anything could happen at any time, and then things could just get crack-lagged. So keep your eye out on GJ. We could respect this support down here and kick back bullish, but this price action lately has been extra funky, and it ain't taking no prisoners. It's smacking all stop losses, it's smacking all TPs. So get in where you fit in. Be careful with your entries on that. Euro JPY. I don't really trade Euro JPY. This is not a trade that I took. This was something I was trying to teach in the class about respecting zone, supporting the resistance. As you can see, higher time frames are bearish. Retested the higher low and then got active to the downside. Euro CAD. I had this marked up for my man's in the group chat. He asked about it, so I marked it up for him. For the most part, he was looking for the shorts. Back in over here during the Asian session, I want to say it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. What I told him was, for the most part, on a higher time frame, UCAD looks like a bullish flag. You know, higher highs, higher lows, start consolidating. Most of the time when you see this right here, price action like to come down, strip all them stop losses right there, and then get back active to the top side. Yeah, so I don't know if my man actually caught them shorts. I think he did, but he, you know, caught it from like right here and then got stopped out over here, or he might have caught it from back here and then got stopped out over here. But for the most part, I see UCAD as within a big ass consolidation zone. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. I'm about to jump to my class real quick here in a little bit, so I'll highlight y'all on the next video. I'm out.